Hello Zija Nation, and welcome to the next edition of Everyday Essentials, where we teach you how to use Ameo essential oils to naturally restore. We're getting to that time of season where the weather is changing, temperature's changing, and it's getting a little cooler. And so with those cool weather, or that cooler weather, comes a greater stress on our respiratory system. Our respiratory system, because of the cold weather, is challenged more, and you can experience things such as constriction of the blood vessels and the smooth muscle tissue in the respiratory system, and also changes in the way that your immune system is operating because of that colder weather. And so because of those challenges to the respiratory system, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we can use some essential oils to support that normal respiratory function as we get into these changing seasons, the cooler temperatures that we're experiencing. And so first one I wanted to talk about here is our AGX Breathe. And so this one is a great essential oil for supporting normal respiratory system function. The other one is the Soothing Air. And so they're very similar in their use. There's a little bit of a difference in what single essential oils they contain. And one might work a little bit better than the other for some people. And so there's two different options for you to support your respiratory system. But they both contain the eucalyptus essential oil, which is high in a compound called eucalyptol, or 1,8-cineol. And that is a active compound within the eucalyptus essential oil that supports normal dilation of the airways, or the air passages that lead into the lungs. And so that supports normal open airways so that you can breathe easier. That's also one that supports normal respiratory and immune responses as well. And so you get both benefits from the eucalyptus essential oil. One that's in the AGX Breathe that's not found in Soothing Air is myrtle essential oil, which is one of my favorite essential oils for the respiratory system. And it's one that supports normal immune function in relation to the respiratory system. And so this is a great one to support normal open airways and sinus function, as well as respiratory system function. And then in the Soothing Air, you have several of the essential oils that are known to support normal respiratory system function. We've got our two different eucalyptus species. We have the Eucalyptus globulus. That one is a little bit more potent because it has higher levels of that eucalyptol that we just talked about. And then you have the Eucalyptus radiata, which has just a little bit lower levels of eucalyptol and has some other constituents like alpha-terpineol in it as well. You have the cajeput in it. We have balsam fir in both of them. And then you have your frankincense and your sandalwood that kind of round out this, rosemary and peppermint, sorry, that round out the Soothing Air. So another option is these should be reserved for people who are, or children who are at least 3 or over. We don't want to use high eucalyptol essential oils in children under the age of 3. And so some options for those children that are 1 or 2 years old are sitting here over on the left-hand side. We have our balsam fir, frankincense, and sandalwood. So you could combine those together to make a mild and gentle respiratory supportive essential oil for those younger children. Those balsam fir and sandalwood are actually included in our AGX Breathe, and the reason is because they support normal respiratory function by influencing the genes responsible for respiratory system function. And so they're great options also because they are very mild essential oils to use for children. Frankincense is one that's very balancing to respiratory system function, and so it's one that's also relaxing to the mind and the body. So maybe if our respiratory system is challenged because we're anxious about something, or we're experiencing some elevated stress for some reason, then that could help balance our mind and body and relax them, so that can help with our our respiratory system function and to balance that out. So how can we use these? Well, they can be diffused. You can diffuse 5 or more drops in your favorite Ameo essential oil or essential oil diffuser. We can also take them and dilute them in some of our fractionated coconut oil and apply them to the upper chest. That's another way that you can support your respiratory system. And one of the most effective ways to cleanse the air or the airways and to open the airways is through a steam inhalation. And so we can take a hot bowl of water and add a couple of drops of either of those essential oils in the water, cover our head and the bowl with a towel, and then you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Now, that can be kind of intense depending on the person, so just be sure to close your eyes while you're doing that. But that is a great way to get the benefits of some steam, which is also good for the respiratory system, but combine it with the essential oils. And so that's how we can support our respiratory system as we get into the season where we're having those cooler temperatures. We're going to have a little bit more stress on our respiratory system. So make sure you have these on hand, have your supply now so that you're ready and prepared for the time when you need it. And we'll catch you on the next Everyday Essentials.